What if the biggest threat at the WTA DC Open isn't the tournament favorite, but the young star nobody can ignore anymore? Just a few months ago, the idea of Alex Eala standing across the net from Elina Svitolina in a quarterfinal would have sounded like a valuable learning opportunity. Fans would have hoped for a competitive performance, maybe even a memorable set. But the story has changed. Today, Alex Eala isn't walking onto the court hoping to prove she belongs. She's stepping onto the biggest stages expecting to win. And after what she's already accomplished this week, it's hard to argue against that mindset. Her journey to the quarterfinal has been nothing short of remarkable. First, she stunned Olympic champion Qi Wenjing in a dramatic battle that showcased incredible resilience. Instead of fading under pressure, Eala raised her level when it mattered most, turning the match around with fearless shot-making and relentless determination. Then came another massive statement. Defending champion Leylah Fernandez stood in her way, yet Eala produced one of her most complete performances of the season. She dictated rallies, attacked with confidence, and never allowed the defending champion to settle into her rhythm. By the time the final point was played, the message was impossible to ignore. Alex Eala is no longer just a promising young talent. She's becoming one of the most dangerous players on the WTA Tour. Now comes an even greater challenge. Across the net will be Elina Svitolina, a former world number 3, Grand Slam semifinalist, and one of the smartest competitors in women's tennis. Few players defend the court better than Svitolina. She has built her career on consistency, discipline, and the ability to force opponents into making one extra mistake. That creates a completely different challenge for Eala. Against power hitters, Alex can absorb pace and counterattack when opportunities appear. Svitolina offers something entirely different. She stretches rallies, changes direction effortlessly, and makes every single point feel like a physical and mental battle. Winning against Svitolina isn't simply about hitting harder. It's about making better decisions. It's about constructing points with patience, knowing exactly when to attack and when to stay disciplined. And here's what makes this matchup fascinating. Alex Eala already knows she can beat Elina Svitolina. Not years ago. Not during her junior career. She did it recently. Their previous meeting proved that Eala's aggressive baseline game can break through Svitolina's elite defense when executed with precision. That victory didn't happen by accident. It happened because Alex played smart, stayed composed, and refused to be drawn into Svitolina's preferred style of tennis. Now the question is simple. Can she do it again when the stakes are even higher? Because this time, the winner won't just earn a place in the semifinals. The winner could completely change the conversation surrounding the rest of the tournament. So, what could decide this quarterfinal? The answer may come down to one area that often goes unnoticed. The return game. Throughout this tournament, Alex Eala has been one of the most aggressive returners on the court. Instead of waiting behind the baseline, she's stepping forward, attacking second serves, and putting immediate pressure on her opponents. That strategy has completely changed the momentum of her matches. Against Qi Wenjing, it helped her recover after falling behind. Against Leylah Fernandez, it prevented the defending champion from ever feeling comfortable on serve. Now, that same weapon could become the key against Elina Svitolina. Although Svitolina is known for her consistency and experience, she has shown moments where her second serve can be vulnerable under pressure. If Eala continues attacking those deliveries early, she'll have the chance to control rallies from the very first shot instead of allowing Svitolina to settle into her defensive rhythm. But this match isn't only about serving and returning. It's about patience. Svitolina is one of the best defensive players of her generation. She chases down balls that most players would never reach. She forces opponents to hit one extra shot, then another, and sometimes another after that. That's exactly how she frustrates aggressive players. Many opponents start pressing too hard, trying to finish points too early. The unforced errors begin to pile up, and before they realize it, Svitolina has completely taken control. Alex Eala cannot fall into that trap. She'll need to trust her movement, construct points carefully, and wait for the right opportunity before pulling the trigger. Variety will also be important. Mixing pace, changing angles, and using depth could prevent Svitolina from finding the rhythm she thrives on. Fortunately for Alex, confidence has never been higher. Every match this week has strengthened her belief that she belongs among the very best. That's something statistics can't measure. Confidence changes how a player serves on break points. It changes how they respond after losing a difficult game. It changes the body language that opponents immediately notice. Right now, Alex Eala is carrying herself like someone who expects to compete with anyone in the draw. And that's a dangerous mindset for every player left in Washington. Still, experience cannot be ignored. Svitolina has played in Grand Slam semifinals, won major titles, and handled pressure on the biggest stages in tennis. She understands how to manage momentum swings and rarely lets emotions take over during long matches. That experience makes her an incredibly difficult opponent to eliminate. Which is why this quarterfinal feels too close to call. One brilliant return. One service break. One missed forehand. Those tiny moments could decide everything. If Alex Eala delivers the same fearless tennis we've seen throughout the tournament, while staying patient against Svitolina's incredible defense, another upset is absolutely within reach. And if she does it, this tournament will no longer be remembered as a breakthrough. It will become a statement. A statement that Alex Eala isn't simply one of the brightest young talents in women's tennis. She's becoming a legitimate threat to every top seed on the WTA Tour. The road only gets harder from here. But champions are remembered for the matches everyone thought they couldn't win. Will Alex Eala add another unforgettable chapter to her incredible rise?